I have become a morning person. And I was never a morning person before.
Why are you a morning person?
So in the morning, I wake my little ass up and I play Bossa Nova. And gosh darn it, does it make me feel like I'm in a little movie. And I have just awoken and my day and okay. There's something about smelling coffee in the morning, right? Obviously, perks you up.
Yeah, of course.
But there's something special about the smell of coffee and the sound of Bossa Nova.
Okay.
Playing in the background.
I love that. I do hear the Bossa Nova in the morning, so I do vibe with that.
Yeah.
And I can attest that there is something about putting music in your ear instantly. The grog of the morning, and we live in Los Angeles, so it's most likely somebody hammering into the crest of the earth, just banging metal as hard as they can, and then throwing out garbage into my window. That's like most of the noises that I hear in the morning. But if you drown it out with a little, hearing music in the morning gets me to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm forcing myself to be this person. Because if I was being watched right now, like if you think of yourself as like in a movie, if I was being watched right now, no one's listening to Bossa Nova and just like, ugh. Can you imagine listening to Bossa Nova and having like an empty big gulp on your counter? Like I can't. Like everything is romantic with it. Even if you had the empty, it's like, oh, someone must have left in a hurry. And you clean it. You're like in a little novel.
It makes you write a backstory to the mess.
It's like, couldn't be me. Like, this had to be somebody who was here before me. I'm going to clean this up while listening to Bossa Nova.
Oh, someone must have left in a hurry.
Don't worry. I'll clean it up.
He left his big gulp.
Can you imagine drinking a big gulp and then being in the position you're in to where you're enjoying a big gulp, meaning like you have no worries in the world at that present moment, and then being so like flustered that you have to drop your big gulp?
That's the worst.
That's like a Breaking Bad episode.
I know, that's why it's always...
Like a visual of like a slow-mo big gulp splashing against the ground is like, oh, what happened to Saul?
Yeah. Every time it happens, it is always someone in like a comfortable position being uprooted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because no one's ever enjoying a big gulp in like in a high-stakes situation, I feel.
Well, it's way too big to bring anywhere. You need to be stealthy.
Exactly. And the fact that you're committing to that much soda means that you
have some off time.
That means you're committing to hours of drinking soda. So someone must have left. This is a very interesting person that we're trying to figure out who that is.
You left your big gulp.
Never mind.
Never mind. So yeah, that's my little wonder. Little Bossa Nova in the morning. Romanticize your life a little bit. I know it sounds crazy. Let me do that again. I know.
Let me do that again.
Let me do that again. I know it sounds the opposite of crazy, which is extremely normal and mundane. But that's the thing about this podcast. Nothing's mundane anymore, baby.
Because we're saying it loudly.
Because we're saying it into a podcast mic, and that means that it's important.